Okay, so that's how you will be actually getting the value out of it. Now, first, very important thing, good to see you guys joining in the morning 6 a.m. Okay, almost like I think around 30 people are coming in every single day. That's a pretty good thing. So keep it up, keep pushing yourself. And for the rest of the members who for some reason is not able to come, I'll just tell it ki I have practically got a lot of benefit because of the morning routine, and I have able to deal with very complicated situations of my life, work pressure, everything, because of having this morning routine. So it really works, and it is something which is required for everyone. Okay, now let me tell ki, uh, if you are a job seeker, you might be like, I need to get job, then why do I need to wake up and do all these things? Because your mind will be in the right state if you do this in the morning, and during the day, let's say, whether you get an interview, not getting an interview, pressure and all that will not attack you. Okay, if you don't have this morning routine, tension will pile upon you, you will be uneasy, frustration will grow, a lot of other problems will happen. So if your morning routine is right, your rest of the day will just reflect on that. Okay, that's how it is. It's very complicated problems I was able to very nicely overcome because of having this kind of a routine. Okay, it's pretty easy, we are explaining it logically how that works and all that, and it simply works. Okay, now as part of today's session, we are going to touch multiple aspects. Okay, first of all, in that list of things, the daily activity that we are saying okay, we should do, so there are some of the things which I really want to explain in details because we have not touched each and every point which is mentioned there. So today we'll understand why all those items are mentioned. Okay, so we'll just walk through some of the things, understand the importance of it, and then tomorrow 8 a.m. We will do this weekly catch up about this habit follow up. So basically all those guys who join in the morning, so I really request all you people to be available tomorrow 8 as well. Night wale aa sakte, so it's your choice, but if you're not taking actions, so it will not really be valuable for you, because there we are really trying to make it permanent for long term. Okay, so today first we'll go through that. Okay, second section today is we are going to discuss about why exactly work pressure builds up in the IT industry, and how do you really deal with it, solve it, and before the problem comes, how do you proactively resolve situations. So work pressure handling related we are going to discuss. And the second is, yesterday we added two important things. One is book we need to start, other one is 30 minutes like career update related technical topics or trainings or whatever. Okay, so with regards to technical training, yesterday we started with identify the three improvements. Some of you guys have updated, some were not done. So today we will continue that pattern. Okay. So first we will identify those three things, and out of that we will now today plan it out. So clarity of planning. Okay, okay, what are your top one problem or two problems? Then how are you planning to handle it? What ideas you can come up with that? And then try to hunt, try to take up some courses or whatever you feel is solution. Thoda sa practical we will do. So these multiple aspects we are going to touch today. Okay, and it is the week 3, so the third week of our program. It is a total 4-week program, and after this the morning routine is going to continue, and right from 5th December onwards the next batch will start. Okay, again a repetition of career program, some revamping will happen here and there, but yes, you can join as part of that as well. But as we go in the week 4, okay, we are going to focus on some corporate communication related things, like driving the meetings, how to speak, how to listen, how to write emails and stuff like that, clarity of thinking. So some like communication from the perspective of what IT industry requires. Okay, so we will touch on that. Plus, on a day-to-day basis, what kind of activities and IT professionals should deal with. देखो, we last in the week 2, we discussed about this before the sprint starts. What all is your activity? Next, on the beginning of the sprint, how exactly you should perform, resolving dependencies and all. But guys, देखो, I know that just discussing it for one session, okay, very few people out of you would have actually tried to do something about it. Those who are really much focused, but many of us might have not really further taken any action on top of that. Okay, and that's one of the problem. Okay, don't really convert our knowledge learnings into practical action, and that is where things start becoming problematic. So we will go through that part. We will relate that information. We'll really try to again recap things, bring it into existence, apply that at your day-to-day job, start tracking. We launched that Excel sheet where we said follow that checklist for all your next requirement. Not sure how many of you have done that. So let's closely check, because just launching the techniques is not going to bring change to the life. Okay, applying it, following it, that's how you will become better. So our focus is we really live what we talk, what we discuss, because that's what is going to give guaranteed value. Okay, fine. So the full context is said, and today is the week 3 last day. Let's get started first of all with the habits which we have launched this week. Okay, I'll share my screen and then let's get going, guys, one by one. Okay, we'll keep it very to the point, precise session today. Okay, just a second. Okay, fine. Sharing the screen, guys. Yeah, just have a look here. Okay, Deep. So yeah, we have been tracking it. Today is 25th of November. Okay, now let me quickly share you. So forget about these details, what is available, but from this list perspective. Okay, Dekho, we said this week is all about productivity, right? Getting more results, organized, managing 24 hours. If you use your time efficiently, results will definitely come to you. If you waste your time away, no matter how much you talk about becoming great, becoming expert, but one side you are losing your time, another side you are saying you want to do great, these two actions are not matching each other. If you want to become great, if you want success in life, time has to be mastered. And guys, we have 24 hours. Everybody will have 24 hours till the time they die. So if you just learn how to use these 24 hours, life will become beautiful. And there are two primary sections of your life where these 24 hours are arranged. One is when you wake up, other one is when you sleep. So if you really start from these two positions, organizing this, rest of the things becomes very much easy. And but if these two things keep overflowing, you will not be getting good results out of your life. Okay, that's where what we said is, yes, we want to wake up as early as possible in order to get a head start of the day. And guys, I earlier experimented waking up like along with the people. So this career transformation, we have been doing it since past 2 years. In the beginning, we were waking up in the morning 4:45 a.m. and our session used to start at 5 in the morning. Okay, so there we used to do something 5, then we experimented 5:30s, and over a period of time, then I realized that somewhere the sleep time of the people is not adjusting based upon the way current generation is, and all this technology, news, TV, movies, and all the social media. We are not able to sleep early. So waking up at 5 was really becoming challenging for many people. So then we gradually moved it down to 6. Okay, देखो guys, few quick tips for each one of you. Okay, you have to wake up early before you get busy with your day's activity. Now it is completely up to you. Okay, it depends. If you are saying, okay, I'm not able to wake up and join for 6 a.m. because of whatever reasons, important thing to note is before you get busy with your day activity, you should wake up minimum 30 minutes early. Okay, you will not be able to do everything within 30 minutes, but at least some mandatory things you have to do. But my suggestion is what we are doing here, that's the ultimate thing. You do all of this thing, you will get maximum output, but due to some reason, if you are not able to do it, so a customization will be required for this. Okay, but let me give you the basic blueprint of how does an ideal morning look like. Many of the things we are already doing, but important thing is waking up early. Now, as per of my full calculations and observations and analysis and conclusion, what I realized is based upon our current lifestyle, try to have 7 hours of sleep during night time. Okay, if you are taking less than 7, it's going to be bad for your health and long term. You might temporarily be okay, but in a long term that will be problematic. Now if we say we need to wake up in the morning at 6 a.m, okay, so 7 hour actually becomes by around 11 p.m you should definitely go to sleep, right? This is how it is organized. So if you are extending more than 11, you should understand if you keep waking up at 6, you will end up in a long run, maybe 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, some health situations will start coming. Okay, so first of all, your approach of doing things should be stick to waking up in the morning 6. Guys, align yourself with nature. Okay, we already discussed about this thing. When the sun comes up in the morning, the brain emits some chemicals which is a trigger signal for activating, and when it goes down, the brain emits chemicals why shutdown process should be initiated. So if you align yourself with that, automatically you will have a very healthy lifestyle with a focused mind. So but few disciplines we have to apply. First is, yes, let's stick to waking up in the morning 6 a.m, and night time let it automatically close by 11 p.m. Okay, these two boundaries you stick with it. Now let's say 7 hours is done, but even during the day if you feel a bit tired, take a small power nap of 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You will be able to manage your full day very nicely with very great activity, and you will be in line with the way the universe works, the day and the night works. So that is where first thing, wake up at fixed time every single day. And my suggestion is wake up at 6, because you need 2 solid hours in the morning to do all of these routines. Dekho guys, once the day starts, we become busy with office work and whatever. Then taking time out for these things is not possible. And sometimes when the office work closes, it might even drag. Next, you have to give your family time and other things. Evening में थोड़ा बड़ा time मिलता है, and then the day just ends. So that means morning time is the time which can get in your control proper. Okay? So and it needs a lot of time because you do a lot of things here. So first, wake up in the morning at 6. Okay, now I will walk through these activities. Many we are doing, some of them which we did not discuss. But evening time you should try to sleep by 11. And one important thing by which you can sleep literally by 11 is you need to finish your dinner before 9. Okay, this is a very important thing. You need to try to understand. You might say whatever your home conditions, family situations, but let me tell, based upon whatever I am aware of, you should definitely be able to relate with it because it is just logical and that's the truth. Okay, after eating food, our body needs some time to digest this properly. If you are joining in for this evening session 9 to 10, or if you're watching television or whatever, this is a very valuable use of your time. But if you're not doing this, you will end up wasting on time pass basically. Okay, with on TV, television, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And anyways, your dinner is getting pushed. So what happens is, if you have your dinner late, let's say after 10, 11, something like that, many people are having around that, maybe sometimes late as well. So when you have it late and immediately, let's say after 30 minutes, 1 hour, you go to sleep, okay, the body digestion process still continues, because it is said, and you can Google more about these facts, it is said around 3 to 4 hours of time is really required to fully digest the food that you eat. 3 hours, okay, on an average. Now, what does this mean? If you eat your food late and then you go to sleep, let's say even if you eat at 10 or 10:30 or 11 and then you're going to sleep, even if you go to sleep by 12, your body will still be doing the digesting work only. Okay, now what is happening is sleep is basically to recover you, to recover your mind, to recover your body from the daily wear and tear. Now what has happened is it is busy in digesting also, so it does not really recover your mind and the body. And next day morning when you wake up, so you're not fully recovered, you feel drained out. So that's the reason I'm highly recommending close your dinner before 9. Okay, and you might have a lot of reasons why it's not possible, but try to figure out reasons to make it possible. If required, eat lunch ka khana khalo. If you say ki it's not yet cooked, ask ki by lunch mein put something extra and eat that. If not, take some oats or something, do that. But thoda self life ko try to get it on track. Because once you get in control, guys, then you can start changing the people around you in your families. Basically, the full lifestyle should change, but you start with you as a first step. Now, if you do this before 9 and then you join in for this, automatically, even if you're going for sleep like 9, before 9, so roughly around 8:30 you will finish, we still get 2-3 hours till 11:30. And then if you go to sleep, the chances that recovery happens becomes good. So never eat late. Always try to prepone before 9. That's a very good thing. And then your sleep ka target it 11 tak you should go to bed. So don't engage or don't plan activities which you will be doing after 11. Dekho guys, your 24 hours, you can plan it the way you want it. If you don't control it, things might overflow, or you still have something to be done. So change it around. Bring it back to 11. Okay, fine. So this is clear. It's required so that you get a nice recovery sleep. It's required so that you can sleep on time and still wake up on time. Okay, and this is where it comes. 7 hours of sleep you take. Okay, because guys, productivity means right mind and the right health. Fine. And after that, other things which we are doing is, first, we already know about gratitude. We spoke about this in the morning. It is training your brain to look at positive things. Because let me tell you guys, 12 years in the industry, lot of times my project has gone through lot of ups and downs. Pressure has been there. Things fall apart basically. Okay, it happens many times. But in such cases also, as a person, you should look at positive side. Ke how do you fix it? How do you absorb this tension and still give a solution? That's required. Okay, and that is a very important quality if you want to grow forward in your career. And it will not happen by itself, because naturally people look at only the problems. So when everything is falling apart, the project is under pressure, everybody will see only problems. But the people who are actually successful in the industry, these people look at solution, what to do, how to solve. And that might be a very, like, maybe 1%, 2% of thinking. So you have to actively train your brain to look at good things which is happening, to look at solutions and not focus on the problems. So it is a training of mind to do that. Capability is there, people are not utilizing it. So this simple technique will help you to appreciate life more, will make you a problem solver. So doing it daily will slowly change the way you look at life. And that's a very beautiful way to live. Okay. So fine, 7 hours did. Gratitude practice required for this purpose. Affirmations, we already spoken about it. It will help you to change your identity. Next, we have not yet touched goals extensively till now. Okay, as part of next week, we will be arranging one full session on goals, why required, how required, short-term goals versus long-term goals, and how do you convert your goals into reality as a step-by-step actions. And then we will continue doing those things also. So far, I have not yet launched it, so you can ignore this section for now. Okay. Previous batch guys already know it, but for the new members, we will again do talk about it and then on start installing. Okay. Now, next comes guys, daily planning. This we started doing it already from the time we started waking up in the morning. So simple guys, you will be productive and you will get more results out of your life just with the simple activity of planning. Okay, guys, I already gave this example earlier. In the IT industry, we work very hardworking, let's say for one sprint, which is 2 weeks. But in order to work for that 2 week sprint and deliver value, we have to do grooming, sprint planning, which might be 2 hours, 4 hours work. Let's say 5 hours work. Okay. Now just imagine one side, you have to code, deliver, test, everything, take it to production for 10 days. And for executing this 10 days successfully, you need to do this planning of 2 to 4 hours. That's the value of planning. And the full IT industry is running and is successful because planning is happening. What you should work, what you should not work. Without planning, no matter how much hard you work for 10 days, you will not get the output that you want out of your sprints. Simple, guys. You need to take your life in a direction, and that direction will come with planning. Now, whatever we are doing on a daily, so if you observe 10 days versus 5 hours, it is very less. Okay, it is not even like few 2-3%. That's it. Time is required, but that navigates how much results you get. And unfortunately, what's wrong with many of people, they don't take time out for planning. And because they don't plan, you keep just working hard, 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 and you might end up all your energy, time on non-essential things, which will never give you results or will give you results in a very long run. And then in the end, you will be like, I'm working so hard, I'm not getting results. What's wrong? And why are others getting it? Because you are doing things wrong. So that's the reason morning planning of small time, guys, 10 minutes, 15 minutes will help you focus what are the important things on which you should spend your time and energy. And this will help you get maximum results out of your full day. So it is important on a daily basis. We have already been doing it. Okay. Now, I'll come to these post counters. So for now, don't worry about these counters. I'll come to this. It's again a separate topic. Okay, but yeah, fine. After that, we spoke about daily sun. Look, guys, till this point, we do things together. Okay, but there are still some more activities which you guys have to do before you start your day, and that's where, guys, 6 to 7 we do this. 7 onwards, you have to keep doing all of these things. So I am basically packed till 9:30 every single day because I do all of these things before I even get started with my office, which starts at 10. Okay, but yes, your life, you know it better how to do it. So you have to really arrange all these things in a proper pattern so that you can do it properly. Okay, take some time out. Think about when you can do, how you can do. Okay, try to see if you can merge few things together. But now, what is the requirement, guys? Dekho, sun exposure, doctors are recommending that your brain, your body needs to expose to sun because it will keep it internally fresh, active, stress level comes down, and your brain will be very sharp, alert. Okay, otherwise the reverse will happen. Laziness, self-doubt, problems, not feeling like doing something, all of that, like, you will become closed. Okay, and there is this another thing, guys. If you daily expose yourself to green environment, fresh green environment, trees, soil, okay, air, sun, if you just hang out around that, it naturally makes you healthy. Okay, even doctors highly recommend it. And guys, देखो, if you are too much in closed environments, it starts impacting your brain. Okay, why does this depression, tensions, and worry? So lot of pressure plus closed environment, no proper breathing, no nature, the brain gets internally damaged. And now, guys, one side we speak about, we our work, IT work is hectic work, pressure will be there, tension will be there. How do you relax? Is by the simple spending time in nature. And rather than thinking about it during weekends, do it daily. Daily 15 minutes of sun exposure, deep breathing. Okay, generally what I do is I walk on the grass without slippers. Okay, so daily my 15 minutes are walking in sun, now barefooted. Okay, so there are no slippers, walking on the grass, on the sun, cool breeze coming, mud, green, everything. So 15 minutes of that will keep my mind very active, my body very healthy. Internally, naturally mechanisms, guys, it's required. Okay, so do that so that when you start your day, you will not be worried and you will not be closed like this. Your thinking should open up, guys. So these are all very essential things. It cannot be compromised. Not doing has reverse consequences, and many people, that's where they suffer. Okay, tension aa raha hai, worry, panicking, and nervous, and all that. It's because your brain is not able to take care of all that pressure that you're going through. So training, reverse training is required. Fine. Okay, done this. Now, guys, point number 10. So make some time out, guys. 15 minutes, you now do it. Now, this point number 10 is very important. Okay, we did not speak about it so far, but it's a game changer. Okay, there you go. Daily 10 minutes of motivation and inspiration. Okay, there you go. What happens is, how are thoughts generated? Okay, basically it's like something comes in your mind. You might have seen something yesterday, you're seeing something now. The mind self generates thoughts. Okay, And after a human brain study and psychology study, it is said ki almost majority of the thoughts, like 90%, 95% of the thoughts which we are thinking today are the same thoughts which we thought yesterday. So we as a human being, we keep thinking the same thing every single day, same thing, same thing, same thing. Okay, ye chahiye, wo chahiye. Same thoughts repeat every single day, over and over, over and over, over and over. Okay. Now the thing is, let's say something is going wrong in your life due to whatever reasons, personal, professional, doesn't matter. But if there is something going wrong, the majority of your time, those negative thoughts run in your mind. And then next day again negative thoughts will run, again the same thoughts will run, again the same thoughts will run. And then you will realize your entire life is going in worry, tension, pressure. Or job nahi lag raha, arey work pressure is so much high, arey manager is telling me like this is happening, that the same negative momentum will continue throughout your many days. And as a result of that, you will start feeling unhappy with your life. Okay. Now the thing is ki, if your self thoughts which you are generating is of low attitude, in such case you need to feed thoughts from outside, because your thoughts are not powerful enough, it is making you weak. So you need to inject thoughts from outside, and that is where comes this daily listening to motivation and inspiration. Where people go wrong is they watch it once, all of a sudden they feel pumped up ke kuch to kar lunga, and after that they don't watch it again. What we are saying is build a system. Guys, every single day while I take the shower, I listen 10 minutes to something motivational on YouTube or wherever. What I did is shower plus this combined together. Okay, it saves my time. Plus, while I am listening to it every single day, my brain absorb that kind of, okay, bhai, let's do something great today. If you listen to the right motivational videos, audios, whatever, you will get pumped up, because those words, they will be like juggling you, they will be shuffling you up. Okay, let's do it, life is bad but we will overcome it, we can face every single fears, let's do it, life is one time thing, many people have gone to dust and then from there they have risen up. And that pumped up music, words, touches your mind, touches your heart. And even despite you might be at a very low point in your life, these words can actually pull you up, and it is required to pull you up, because without that you will even go deep down and start thinking more negative and invite more problems in your life. So but doing it only once is not going to help, because after 2 days you will be back to your old life. That is where you do this as a daily thing. So what happens is, whenever on a daily basis I listen to this, I get so much charge, supercharged. I have to make my life count. Every single day has to be left to the 100%. And then when that attitude turns on, nobody can stop you, because you're pumped up. Okay. And with that person, nobody can even fight as well, because that guy will win. A pumped up person will always be in the game. Okay, you know about Muhammad Ali, right? Read about him, know him. He was always, I am the best, I am the greatest, I can do whatever. But the confidence level always there. And he won some of the greatest matches. He became a very great celebrity of his time. So just know what people do and bring changes into your life as well. Simple thing will change your life forever. Okay, make it a daily habit, not one time wonders. Build a system daily, repeat for next 1 year, repeat, repeat, repeat. Enjoy the benefits of all these things, then you will start enjoying life more. Okay, fine, this is done. Next, guys, you already know the value of workout, so I'll not repeat it. Okay, you just know it, okay, you have to do workout. I'll just tell this one thing. It acts as a healing mechanism for your brain. And one of the reason why I do workout is that it keeps your brain healed, and it keeps your body not becoming lazy. So I don't work out because I really want a very fit and great body. I work out because not working out is too much problematic for my mind and my body. I will end up becoming lazy. My mind will end up becoming dull, dumb. Okay. And with that dull, dumb mind, when you're trying to solve complex problems, brain will not function properly. Ideas will not come. and that is all going to become a problem. So I basically work out so that my mind stays sharp. And it is said, based upon results and research, everything, okay, when you do workout, the brain behaves different, and different electrical currents flow through it, and that brings down the tension level, pressure level. And then when these things are down, then the brain becomes more sharper. So I basically do it because I want my brain to think sharp, and I want my body to stay active. Not doing it, consequences are bad. The brain will become dull, the body will become lazy, and with a dull brain and a lazy body, you cannot do great things. I cannot drive great projects, you cannot work great at your job if you have a dull brain and a lazy body. And reverse, how it is possible is you have to work out. So just telling you the truth of why I do it. And it is mandatory, guys. It's not optional. Whether you like it or not, it's not optional. Who likes a dull brain? Who likes a lazy body? Nobody. So make it a commitment to yourself to daily do this. 15 minutes is nothing. ऐसे time हो जाता है, but make it a habit. Okay, fine. This is done. Next, moving on. Cold shower. Okay, cold shower, cold shower. So, guys, I'll tell you, a phase came in my life, okay, and I just pray that it should not come in your lives, okay. So I spoke about this earlier, but it was a very traumatic phase, okay. Lot of tension, worries, lack of sleep, and further personal problems, work problems, because life is all filled with challenges and problems. So a phase came in my life where so much of torture happened in my brain, okay, a few years ago, and I was not able to deal with all that, and the brain got into a state, okay, maybe you can say people get depressed, right? I was feeling okay, maybe that is initial point of where further depression begins, okay, because it something happened, something really damaged in my mind. Ki if I'm even thinking something, I'm feeling headache, okay, that was happening. If I'm thinking something, I feel maybe there is a band of tension around my head, kind of load on my brain, okay, and that is what is tension worries. And it was really getting problematic. I was going to office, but if I'm thinking about the work and all that, I was getting this headache again, okay. And like, now what are the solutions? And these things, if it continues forward, will end up in depression kind of states, emptiness, loneliness, problems, and those kind of situations. Then what people do is go to doctor, take medicines for that, because mind is not in control. Inject these medicines. The medicines, what does it do? It does some kind of brain relaxing. It's hyperactivity going on in the brain that causes problem. So medicine actually relaxes that down, but it is temporary and it has to become, it's a lot of problematic thing. Now, I went through that so closely, and let me tell you ki, how I overcome that. I will even tell you that phase so that you can apply those things in your life. But one thing I realized, when the brain was in that pressure and tension situation where even if I think I was getting that headache, then accidentally, simply coincidentally, once I was taking a shower, and without turning the geyser on, I just took a cold shower, okay, and accidentally it happened. But as soon as I did it, the brain became just so fresh, just like nothing has happened. There is no tension, no, there is no pressure. It just became so relaxed. And then I realized ki, wow, there is some magic with cold water, okay, it does something, and it actually did something. And then I was like, in the morning I was taking a shower, in the evening I was taking a shower, and then made that as a habit. And even from that time, it's been like many years ago, from that time onwards, now also when I take shower, I make sure I start with warm water, but in the end, for at least 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, I just turn it on into cold and just let it all run through me, because that energizes me. It keeps my mind more fresh. And when you come out from a cold shower, you will be like, let's attack. If you are warm, the body will be, अरे वाह मजा आ गया, अभी तो सोते हैं type वाला. But when you do a cold wala na, it comes like electrifying. Okay, chalo chalo chalo, let's do something, let's do something. That attitude triggers, and that is a pretty exciting way to start the day. Okay, so that enthusiasm should come. Okay, wow, it's going to be a great day. Let's put it, let's put it, let's do something. And guys, that is how I realized cold shower is a must if you really want to be energetic and on top of your games. So fine, that's another thing. Okay. Now I'll just tell you ki, since I touched that phase where tension and worries were growing, how I overcome that. Okay, basically guys, it was simple. One is, I was not having proper food. Okay, generally this is what happens if you are going through any tough phases of your life due to whatever reasons, personal, professional, and all. First thing people start doing wrong, and I did wrong at that time, was we start avoiding food. Somewhere maybe it naturally comes, people don't have food on time. Okay, and because of not having proper food on time, the tension multiplies because the brain is not getting food to fight these worries. And with not having food plus tension growing, you don't feel like eating, and then that becomes more problematic. For the second thing I noticed is, in those times, because of this tension, food, during night also, it was very sleepless nights. Sometimes 4 hours sleeping, sometimes 3 hours sleeping, sometimes 5 hours sleeping. It was a very narrowed down time. So what happened is these three major problems: not having proper food, not having proper sleep, and then tension. These three things together did damage to the brain. It was tired, it was feeling pressure, it was feeling like headache just after thinking. Guys, that's basic routine. I would suggest, if in your life something like this is happening, or if you sense it can happen anytime, immediately, guys, start eating properly. Force yourself to eat healthy, eat whatever you want, but eat, don't compromise. Okay. Next, espresso and those kind of black tea and all, those things will really help you to really get back to the alert. So I started drinking all of those things like espresso and all that, like even kadwa bitter, but still. Okay. And then guys, try to have sleep. And if you are getting into those kind of phases, I would recommend put a 1 week vacation or a leave and just focus on recovering yourself. And don't be alone, don't be in closed rooms, be in nature. Go cycling, go running, eat healthy, sleep healthy. In 1 week, you will be able to come back out of that phase. It's quite possible. Okay? So it's telling no compromise on food, no compromise on sleep, fresh air. And then guys, such phases made me realize the need of meditation, the need of daily working out, because these act as a mechanism to fight back these mental problems. So it's not optional, guys. It's not optional. Everything is mandatory because you have to live your life to the fullest. That's how it happens. Okay, fine. Chalo, this is done. Next, yesterday we spoke about book reading. Okay, so I'll not repeat that again. We spoke a lot about that. Again, this book value is nothing but it's a post. We'll speak about post later. Go live also, we will speak about it later. Next, technical skill upgrade. Yesterday we did something, today we'll continue with that again. Okay, next, 10 minutes evening workout. Okay guys, again, this is for activating your body. Some people say like during the morning time, the first half of the day, energy levels will be high. As it goes in the second half, it drops down. Okay, somewhere I read this technique, even in the second half, if you do some 10 minutes workout, something energetic exercising, your second half maybe energy levels will be up. So if you want more out of your 24 hours, this is a recommended thing. Otherwise, second half may, if it becomes dull, it becomes a problem again. So I started even applying this thing so that I want more results out of my life. That's why I made these changes, and I feel you can take the benefit of this one as well. Okay. So again, this is done. Next, dinner before 9 we already did. Next, task planned versus task completed. Every day morning, as part of daily planning, we are writing down some tasks which we want to do. Now we need to even make it a habit to check how many tasks did we complete out of that. So a simple review, maybe this review ideally on the same day you should do, but if you did not close it on the same day, maybe next day when you're doing the day planning, as part of that, even check this out. Okay, yesterday's how many tasks you completed, and then plan it for the next day. But this cycle, how much you planned, how much you completed, and daily planning, these things should always keep happening. Okay? And then is this one thing, guys, when you are checking how did your day go, did you perform all these things, okay, and did you complete how many tasks, you have to give one suggestion for a better tomorrow. Guys, देखो, how will you get better in life? And that is only possible when you improve. And everybody in the world is too much busy. And you need to understand your mind is capable enough to identify your own improvements. You don't need anybody. You know yourself better. You know how your day went today. Just suggest yourself, how do you want to live a better day tomorrow? Maybe whatever mistakes you did today, removing that, at least one improvement for tomorrow. And if you keep asking the simple question, how can I do one improvement tomorrow? What is one thing which I did wrong today and tomorrow I want to fix it? If you keep asking the simple question and you repeat it for next 3 months, you will start finding that you as a person will start improving. Okay, and that's a very great way of living. That is where it simply comes down asking this. Okay, next we already spoke about pomodoros. Okay, we already spoke about pomodoros. We have to keep our tracker on and measure the things there. Okay, so I actually keep this kind of window next to me. Already I have completed my 11 pomodoros for today. So I've been working on that since whatever times. So since 10 I started my first. So 10 onwards, then today whole day I completed around 11 pomodoros. So make it a habit, guys. Okay, so make it a habit. It will help you to stay focused all throughout the day. So get started. Even if you are getting few, two, three, make it, but from there start multiplying with time. So this is fine. And then comes down this thing. Okay, and this is really important, guys. When we close the day, okay, just ask a simple question to yourself. Are you satisfied with your today? Okay, simple question. Are you satisfied with your today? Are you happy the way you lived your life today? And the answer is either yes or the answer is either no. And then you have to start checking how many yeses you are getting versus how many no's you are getting. And if you do this past, let's say 1 month, November is almost coming to an end. Let's say you study your entire November and you will realize how much you are satisfied out of your November. You know, because people don't track this thing, even though their entire life gets wasted, even they are frustrated out of their entire life, they don't do something about it. So we need to start measuring it. We need to ask the right questions so that we can do something about that. So are you satisfied with today? This is ultimate one. And then learning for the day, again post. So post we will touch later. So whichever things are not in bold, we will be discussing about that next week. But guys, so they go. Saturday and Sunday, we just leave it. We don't track it very closely. But Monday onwards, we will start another fresh week. Just come with an intention. You will be performing all of these things, whatever we discuss, as maximum. Set the right intention and let's try to do it fast. Okay. Now, another thing is tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., we will be connecting. 8 a.m., I'll share the Zoom link again. So there we will connect and we will try to review and I will put it in this sheet. These are all the guys who have been attending in the morning. I need to correct this numbers here, but otherwise, yes, these are all the people who are joining us in the morning time. Okay, some might, like we already did 3 days here. Now the thing is, starting tomorrow, we will like to fill up all the Excel sheets here for all the guys who are really committed. And then whoever is taking actions, performing these things, we would have this leaderboard where we'll keep checking the progress. Okay. So tomorrow morning 8, we will do this. Plus we will see how much habits out of all of these things we did it. And then let's set target next week, which qualities you really want to work upon. Guys, let me promise you, if you are taking these actions regularly, systematically for few months, you will find you are living a better quality of life. You yourself will realize something is different in you, in your thought process, in your commitments, in your dedication, in your way of approaching your life. Okay, and that's a very best way of living life. Okay, so tomorrow morning we will do that. And there is this one thing, Monday morning. So we do this practice every single week. Every Monday morning, we plan our week. So right now, every single day, we are doing only daily planning. But every Monday morning, 6 to 7, when we connect, for initial 15 minutes, we might do breathing and all. After that, 45 minutes, okay, 6:15 to 7, we do weekly planning. Nothing but that's how we get more results. Okay, in this week, what are the important items to be done, and then those items we take and further we implement it in daily basis. So far with the current program, we just spoke about daily. We are just targeting aaj kya karna hai, aaj kya karna hai. But we will put these days as a part of week structure, and Monday morning when we meet, so we will be doing the weekly planning first and then getting down in the daily plans. Okay, and then Monday onwards the fourth week will continue, and as part of that we will be picking up this corporate communication, end-to-end day activities of how you should perform at your job, plus some other things as well. Okay. So देखो guys, I had many other topics and plans to be discussed today, but I don't really want to stretch it out. Okay, because every topic needs to be handed over very cleanly. I'll just tell one thing. Okay, I will take the attendance and all. I'll just add one point. It's a just another variation about this pressure at work. Okay, I'll just touch that one topic before we close the day. Ki pressure at work, what happens and where the problem actually happens. Okay, it is just an extension of what we discussed yesterday or day before yesterday. Yeah, day before yesterday with the productivity day. Okay, I just want to share that if you are at job or in your personal life, if you do these basic few things properly, your life will be peaceful. Okay, first of all, how does work pressure happens? It happens one primary reason, because you are not completing the work as per your plan. Okay, so deadlines are not meeting, things narrows down to the very end, pressure starts coming up, you have to stretch late night, sometimes that is also not helping. Over weekends you're putting efforts, that's also not working, nothing. But if deadline starts nearing, pressure starts growing up. Okay, and usme problem kya hota hai? If deadlines are nearing and you are not able to solve problem, let's say you're stuck, you don't know what to do next, exceptions are coming, this is not stable, that is not stable. So when things are not working, deadlines are coming near, and people are expecting you to finish something, these situations gives you pressure. Okay, this is it. IT pressure is just this. There is a deadline set for you, and if that is approaching near and you feel that you will not be able to finish it, and in that you are not able to, you're stuck there, you're not able to solve your problem, and then there are people expecting that we need it at that time only. Such situations end up in work pressure, in giving pressure to you guys. And literally I'm telling you, I've been leading 40 members, right? So there have been cases where people reach out to me and they are told ki, Are Tausif, don't give me too much work pressure, because doctor has given me these tablets. If tension ho gaya to tablet kha le. Okay. Now, point is, I'm just telling you ki these kind of situations will come as part of your IT life, and not working or not able to manage work pressure is a problem. Okay, because one side your experience will grow more, other side your package will grow more, and then if you say we have health condition, then that's not right. Okay, if you have health condition, if you cannot deal with pressure, why do you take so much money? Reduce your package, we will not give you that much work. But when you earn, if there are juniors than you who are ready to put more efforts and are getting better results than you, then that is a problem to be dealt with. So just position, just money is not the end. That is where the accountability and responsibility starts coming up. So just understand, I'm just telling you, you need to learn. Okay, you need to learn how to deal with all these things. Okay, how to deal with all these things. So fine, few things. Okay, it's pretty simple. First is, you have to live a proactive lifestyle at your work. Proactive, not reactive. Reactive is like when things are actually falling apart, then you start telling it to other people, I will not be able to do it at the very last moment. Reactive is damage is already done and then you're trying to do something about it. And that is the very wrong way of living life. You need to change that focus into a proactive nature. Okay, simple steps I'll tell you. First, we spoke about this while we were doing the planning part, productivity part. Okay, never commit to any timelines. Never commit to any timelines without analysis. Okay, no matter who the people are, it could be your manager, it could be your CEO, he could be anybody. Okay, you know how much you can do, you know how much you cannot do. So don't agree for whatever people are saying blindly. Yes. Okay, take some time out, just say okay, yes, yes, I will try to do it, just give me some time, I will just analyze and then confirm to you this. If you feel in that meeting itself very confidently you can give the timeline, give the timeline. But if you don't know it, guys, don't talk guesswork. You don't know it, and then also you have said yes for the work, that's going to backfire on you like anything. So without analysis, never commit to anybody, no matter who those people are. Okay, that's the first thumb rule of avoiding pressure. So whenever a task comes to you, take some time out, analyze it, think how much time it can actually take, what can be the problems in that, and once you have planned that out, then take the commitment and give it to people. You have to give estimation, but it has to happen with proper thought process, not in the guess. Okay, fine, that is step number one. Take time, analyze, and then communicate back to the people. Okay, now the thing is, important thing is this clarity of communication. So let's say today is 25th of November. You did some analysis, you realize by 30th of November, you will be able to finish some work. So then you have to give that commitment to that person ki by 30 November, I will be able to finish it. Don't hide it. Many people, again, wrong way of living in the IT. Okay, they are doubtful whether they will be able to meet it by 30 or not. If you have that kind of worry, maybe add 1 day of buffer. If you really doubt it, maybe say, okay, not 30th of November, but I will do it maybe on 1st of December. If you are too much doubtful, add 1 day of buffer. If they are okay, they will take it. Otherwise, they'll push you back. No, 1 day, December, 30 November hi chahiye. And then you try to negotiate back how much practical or not practical it is. But the thing is, clarity in communication and upfront communicating the deadline to the people. Because many people are not communicating this upfront, the other guys around you will always be confused when this work is going to happen. And if they don't get the clarity, they will get internally unsettled. No, not sure what's happening with this work, what's the problem here, when this guy will be doing it. And then what happens, even if you worked very nice and even if you delivered on 30, but you never told outsiders, okay, by 30 I will give. So they were always confused for those 5 days. And even if you delivered in the end, people will be unhappy with you. Because you did not communicate properly, even if you meet the timeline, people will not be happy with you. They will not appreciate you. So your way of working should be first, analyze. Second, communicate timelines clearly. Talk in terms of deadlines, end date, due date. Developers feel, how can we say that if we don't meet, what will happen? Because you are not committing and not giving that clarity of deadlines, it is causing problems for the dev team as well and the management as well. So you are causing problems for your own self. This is how the IT industry is ruining itself. Okay, so communicate clear timelines, and then yes, hold your standard and meet those timelines. You might miss it once, twice, but you will learn. People are smart. You are smart. Over a period of time, you will get better with your estimations, but don't run away from it. So that is the second step. Clear communication to the management or whoever people with that timeline. That's second. Now, third step, guys. Any unexpected problem if it is happening, okay, while you are trying to go through this next 5 days, okay, you have to be very sure if something unexpected is happening which might delay your work. As soon as you realize it is going to get delayed, again you need to communicate back. Don't keep things to yourself. If you feel things will not meet the plan, it will overflow, immediately that day itself raise it back to the people. Hey, I said 30, but it is getting challenging. Explain them why it is getting challenging and tell maybe not 30, but first it will go. So if you do that clarity, guys, these people are very few in the IT industry. This is all called as proactive way of living. People will not come and ask you questions. You need to give them the clarity because it is your job to do that clarity. Okay, so if there is any delay, As soon as you realize that delay, don't wait for the last moment. If you tell on the last day it is getting delayed, it will again backfire on you. People will hate you like anything. They'll be like, isko samajhta nahi hai kya? How does this guy work also? He's not having a sense of what can happen, what can go wrong, not able to say. It will count a lot of negative against you. So as soon as you realize things will get delayed, raise it, explain why it is delayed, even come up with a solution, how you can still meet it on timeline. Do you need some help from somebody? Go ahead, ask those things. Okay? So that is third thing you have to always ensure. As soon as you realize it is getting delayed, raise it back, get some support, sort it out. Now guys, fourth important, again fourth important. Now let's say you're working on this 5-day task, one task 5 days happening. Okay, anything unplanned, if it comes to you of maybe higher priority or urgency, you should be able to plan the work properly. Plan yourself, get organized. You should be able to plan your work very properly. You were already doing something for 5 days. Now something unexpected came. Now, if the thing is this unexpected item will take your 2 days, that means your previous planned item will extend forward. So thoda sa you have to keep the communication here also clear with your people ki, hey, this unexpected came, this is very important, but my this actual days of 5 might now become even 7. Okay, give that clarity to people, let them know ki how much damaging it is going to be because of unplanned items. But don't just blindly keep giving commitments for everything, and like, okay, you are already working towards task and you take 3 more tasks and still like you're trying to do this also, that also, you are basically inviting your own self problems. Okay, so if you're committed towards one item, moving towards that, if you pick up more items on the journey, you have to properly plan that work, give the clarity of communication to whoever are the people, what can happen, what cannot happen. Okay, now all these things said and done, but guys, let me tell you, if you just stick with these rules, okay, yes, you will be a good IT professional, but you will not be counted like a player. Okay, because A players are extraordinary. Even though sometimes unexpected things happen, they still make sure that somehow magically they get their previous work also executed on the right time. And if not right time, maybe somewhat extended. So what we spoke right now, with that, yes, your life, you will not feel pressure, you will be managing things properly, but that will not give feel and trust to people that they can count on you. Okay, A players are different. A players will be, yes, this is unplanned. I have already a lot of work on my plate. Okay, and I'm moving towards that plan. Something unplanned comes, and guys, unplanned will not come always. It comes once in a while. But because of these unplannedness, if you keep extending your previous timeline, and if that becomes a habit, slowly and steadily, people will lose trust in you. क्या बहुत practical बंदा है. He's like, he doesn't want to take over and go like put dedication for the system. Okay, people will like, अरे नहीं खुद का खुद देखता है. He's a very practical guy. He doesn't like to contribute and give back to the system. He's like just too much self-occupied, and that will start causing, it will give you mental peace, but it will start disturbing your image at work if you too much work with this rule. So you have to try, if you really want to get as a player, you need to think even from your heart, not just your brain. Yes, you have to have a peace of mind, pressure should go away, but at the same time, you need to really think, how can you put more efforts, because it will not happen always, but whenever it is happening, how can you even be more dedicated somehow and pull things off from magic? Unplanned is coming, you had already planned, because this is where opportunities, where A players will shine. Okay, now it is completely up to you whether to take that challenge or not. Yes, it's not ethical, first of all, let me tell you. IT wise, if people are pushing you to do that, it's not right. But out of your own choice, if you take it up and make it your mission, I will do it, that's how A players think, because they don't want to suffer their job, their projects, their clients. and such people will get bigger opportunities. So living in IT is a choice. Okay, yes, nobody can pressure you, nobody can dominate you, nobody can force timelines onto you. You have to take a stand how much time it will take. But in the end, when the project is at crisis, A players will stand up, they will go beyond and fix the system. They will not care about timings, they will not care about any other factors. They believe in fixing the system. And then trust bonds. Okay, but these are the people who we want in our system. So you make a choice. Yes, you need to have a peace of mind, but know it when to go beyond and cross these expectations. And guys, I have done that a lot of times in my full IT career. I've gone above and beyond many a times. Ek do baar ki baat nahi. That's the nature of mine, to put my best shot at whatever I do. Sometimes do baje, teen baje, weekends, doesn't matter. If it is your job, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. Doesn't matter how much it takes out of you. And such people get rewarded. So, but yes, I'm not saying it's for everyone, but know the pros and cons of what will happen, what cannot happen. Being practical is okay, but thinking and caring about your project is where A players arise. Okay? So this is what I would like to suggest. And IT needs more A players, those who care about themselves, those who care about their teams. Your work is done, but your team is suffering. The people who have this good quality, they immediately go to their team and let me figure out, let me solve your problem as well. Together, let's make it happen. These are the signs of greatness. Okay? So you need to know first, your pressure, mental pressure should be down. You should be able to estimate, manage, plus you should be able to go beyond. When you have all these skill sets, these are the gems which the industry wants. ठीक है, सब कुछ सीखना पड़ेगा. Okay, not like emotionally सबको commitment दे रहे हैं and in the end खुद को फाड़ते बैठे. That doesn't work. You need to be planned and organized in your executions. ठीक है? So just think about it. IT is a wonderful journey, but it can backfire if you don't deal with it properly. Okay, sure. So let's take the attendance, let the thoughts running, and tomorrow morning 8 a.m. we will be connecting again. And then after that, Monday morning 6 we will connect with the weekly planning, and Monday night evening we will connect with the 9 with corporate communication related topic. Okay, fine. Let me share the attendance link, everyone. End of week 3 coming. Okay, and guys, weekend is coming, guys. It's a wonderful time. You can spend time nicely with your family, with your friends, with your growth. Like I said last time, okay, like I said last time, don't pass your time. Time pass is a very horrible way of living life. Okay, खाली time pass कर रहे, कुछ नहीं कर रहे, बस time pass कर रहे. अरे, we don't have time to pass. Live your time. This is what I am saying. Okay, mark your attendance, guys. 8989. I'm just saying weekend is coming, live your time. Spend time with your family, with your friends, go out for a movie, but don't just time pass. Okay, घर में movie देखना है देख लो, that's also fine. But just lying on the bed, not doing anything, don't do that. Okay, that's time wastage, and this weekend will never ever come again in your entire life. So use it once. It is given once, justify it properly. So think right, guys. The IT needs good people, and you can really become that. Okay, it's already 10:06. And just know these rules of not getting work pressure on, guys. Okay, plan and then commit. If you see plan is not meeting on time, raise it ahead. If other work is coming, unplanned work, rebalance the work, come up with a practical date by when you can do it. Practical, even though you're over committing, but commit it very properly, practically. Do these things. If you feel you're not able to solve, ask for help, reach out for help. That's how things work. But at the back of the mind, you should constantly keep growing, because if for every single thing you keep running for people, help me, help me, help me, after a period of time it just gets the impression that you don't know how to do things. Okay, so every time you're asking for help, learn, so that same help you should never ask again. Try to get better in who you are as a person. Okay, Otherwise, it really makes that people will give you help, but they make an opinion, right? Okay, so this guy is not able to do it, right? And you know how the industry is going right now. Everybody, like Google is laying off. Okay, Facebook laid off. Amazon did it. Now Google is doing it. Twitter का अलग चल रहा है. There are a lot of things happening. In many companies, hiring is freezed. Now, good people can only survive. The bad people will be eliminated, right? So this is how it will keep happening across the industry. So you have to be good. There is no other option. You cannot fake it. You have to be good so that you will never be impacted because of all these uncertainties. But if you're scared, if you're nervous, and if you're not really good, there will be consequences. Okay? So put your efforts, guys. It's one life. You chose the IT industry. Give your best shot in that. Fine, everyone. Chalo, thank you all. Take care of yourself and have a nice weekend, everybody. Chalo, thank you. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Bye, team. Take